Hello my friends and welcome back to our blind let's play Ace Attorney Investigation 2 Miles Edgeworth, the Prosecutor's Path. My name is FlightlessBird, this is Noriyuki Iwadare channel, and today we go into what is going to be case number 3 and arguing probably with Courtney. Although I don't know if the best is done yet, so we'll have to wait and see. Yeah! Before you insult Sebastian, I saw some doubts about your own statement. What kind of doubts? For all we know, Mr. Artis could have simply entered the Auto Palace at an earlier time. Well, that's... Moreover, do you have evidence that the red paint is unrelated to the case? Well, do you have evidence that the paint is related to the case? How about that? I mean, you should do your job, right? Oh boy, this is gonna be a problem, I can tell. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, my friends. Moreover, do you have evidence that the red paint is unrelated to the case? The most important thing now is not the red paint. The red normalium and the white fatalium. Exactly how were these two substances mixed? I believe that is our main concern. Naturally. It was Sebastian's job to investigate that. Were it not for your interference, we would have found that out by now. I never intended to interfere. On the contrary, I'd like to cooperate. Don't tell me you're gonna say that you know the cause of the poison gas. How the poison gas started. I have something that may shed some light on this matter. Sebastian, do not fall for his bluff. Come now, it's fine really. Let's hear what he's come up with. If you say so, Sebastian. Come on, show us. How did the poison gas start? Probably with the used gas burner. Can you see this piece of evidence? It has traces of the poison gas's origin. Sebastian, don't get too close to Mr. Edgeworth. His foolish logic will make you dizzy. I find it poisonous and even guilty. Uh-huh. Ah, I guess not. He actually backed off. Don't give up, Mr. Edgeworth. Keep using your poison tongue like you always do. Hey! I must have evidence that shows how the normalium and fatalium were mixed. Red normalium and white fatalium were mixed, huh? How did the poison gas start? Okay. I thought it was this. I guess not. I need to find out how they were mixed. No, I will say, this is a very good drawing. How were they mixed? I mean, there's not a lot of evidence here to go on. I don't think it's just the poison gas. Because this just says that they were mixed. It doesn't say how they were mixed. Rainbow light, alright. A blue cloth. I guess this kind of relaxing color is nice once in a while. Hey Miles, starting to sound like your old man. I don't want to hear that from Mr. Shields. Come on, it's a good thing. According to Mr. Shields, this allows you to change the color of the cloth. Let me try it out. The cloth has started to glow. The cloth is glowing with a light blue aura. According to the detective's report, it was wrapped around the statue like this. So it would seem. How is this related to our case? Oh, I don't think that's the answer. Used before the police arrived. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, we don't have a lot of evidence, like I said. So, I mean, it's gotta be one of these, most likely one of these 5 items. And if this is the answer, then maybe this isn't worded correctly in a way that I understand. Because how did the poison gas start? Oh, wait a second. It says, how did the poison gas start? The poison gas started because it was a chemical reaction of the fatalium and the ammonium, right? I mean, is this so obvious? Can you? Nope, it's not that obvious. Okay. I thought that would not be the right answer. But at the same time, I had to try, because if that was the right answer, I would have felt really dumb. I went off to a good start at all. Wow, we are not off to a good start at all. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, there's sometimes when I feel like... the way it's worded doesn't register properly with what I'm thinking. And that's not the game's fault. That's just a comprehension fault. Like, I'm not really sure how it's showing the picture of this. I'm not sure how showing this picture shows how the poison gas started. I mean, this just shows a broken ladder. I mean, I guess you could say that when someone opened up the top, that's when the poison gas, like, combined. But still, there's nothing directly in this photo that says that's what happened. So, I don't know. I mean, does anyone else feel sometimes like you're not entirely sure what the game is asking? Because that's just my personal feeling. Surely you're not saying that this was a cause of poison gas? It seems even you've noticed it. It really stands out. Well, it didn't stand out to me. Those red tears that Larry saw were undoubtedly normalium. Huh? Wait a second. If those were chemicals, does that mean a ghost set off the poison gas? I don't have time to play along with him. The red tears of normalium could not have triggered the poison gas by itself. The red liquid was made inside the case to create the poison gas. What? Just where do you see evidence that the chemicals were mixed? Yeah, I'm with him on that one. I don't see that. That can also be seen in this sketch. Here is the evidence. Well, the only thing I can think of is the pink stuff, right? I mean, that one seems obvious to me. Because of this here. Mixing, pink. The other one I still don't know. A pink liquid can be seen flowing out from under the case of the Pisces sculpture. This is proof that the two chemicals were mixed. Hold on a second. I still don't get it. How does it show that normalium and fatalium were mixed? Well, since we have a self-proclaimed artist here, I'll let him explain. Larry, you fancy yourself an artist, so you should know about mixing paint, right? What do you add to red to make pink? Don't take me for a fool, Iggy. I'll have you know that I graduated from middle school. You add white to red to make pink. I mean, that's common knowledge. Well, technically, there's a rose pink, and a baby pink, and several other pinks. That's enough. Now do you understand, Mr. The Best? That's how it is. By mixing red normalium and white fatalium, you get a pink liquid. Yes, exactly. Took him long enough. Hey, you know, right now I'm kind of in his shoes. Because I still don't understand how that picture shows how the poison gas occurred. It just shows that poison gas did occur because there's pink stuff on the bottom. It doesn't show how the chemicals mixed. Because where is the Fatalium at? You can only see the Normalium, which is the red paint. I see. It looks like Mr. DeBest finally gets it. Prosecutor Edgeworth, you have merely presented one possibility. Do we really know if the color was the result of the two chemicals mixed together? Furthermore, this sketch was drawn by the suspect. I cannot put much faith into it.
Well, I just painted what I saw. I mean, how could that be a lie?
Mr. Artist, I did not permit you to speak.
Ugh, so cold. You know, that's part of a charm.
Of course. I intend to bring the truth to light immediately. It would not be wise to jeopardize the position even further. Aren't you going to answer my question from before? How do you know that Mr. Artist did not enter the Autumn Palace? If you cannot prove this, there is no room for you to argue any further.
Well, hey, couldn't we find out that if we talk to the victim, pal?
The victim, Dame Gustavia, remains unconscious in a critical condition.
Well, you know, that's right.
Well then, Sebastian will be investigating the crime scene now. All of you, please vacate the premises. If you were to take a stand in court, you cause a lot of trouble for the presiding judge. Having seen this happen, I can confirm that she's 100% correct. Is there something you would like to say, Mr. Artist?
Well, hold your horses, Miss Cool Beauty.
My name is Justine Courtney. Please don't address me by such a strange title.
Oh yeah, you finally told me a name. Yeah, pleased to meet you, Justy. Well,
I'm Louise de Unim, but you could call me Louise. Mr. Artiste, please get to the point. Well, I just remembered something I hadn't had a chance to say yet. When I first got to this room, it was locked, so I couldn't get in. But then, that old dude just suddenly fell through the door. It would appear that the palace rooms can be locked from the inside. But, just because you say it was so, doesn't mean that the door was locked. Without proof, your statement holds no value.
objection. Yeah, why not let Uncle Baby prove it for you?
What?
Well, after all, we can confirm that the room was locked too. Right, Miles?
Yes, I remember as well.
The Winter Palace should be, Yeah, it's, locked up. Well, that's odd. They've already opened the museum.
Until the gas outbreak, no one could have entered this room. Well, how did, Dana, what's his name? Dana Gustavia. How did Gustavia get in here then? Perhaps the suspect entered the room with the victim during the gas outbreak. As you can see, this man did not inhale any of the gas. If you examine his belongings, you'll find he wasn't carrying a gas mask either. Is that so? Well then, I have no choice but to agree. Well, that was easier than I expected. Anyway, I presume this clears up any suspicions surrounding Larry. It seems Mr. DeBest's logic was off once again. Not exactly. I just have enough information, that's all. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna say from now on. When I don't know an answer and I totally screw up, I'm gonna say, you know what, I'm not wrong. I just didn't have all the information, that's all. No, that doesn't work in my book. That's just being ignorant. And you were ignorant by your own choice because everyone in the room knew about the paint and you had to go find out from a different source. So that's your fault that you were ignorant here. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being ignorant about stuff if you honestly don't know it. But when you have the chance to know something and you don't apply yourself to actually know it, then, I mean, I guess you are responsible for that. Therefore, my reasoning was just before its time. He sure has a grand way of saying that things don't work out for him. In that case, there is one more suspect who has yet to take the stand. Well, actually, no one's taken the stand yet, Your Honor. I mean, we're not in court. Mr. Artist, you are free to go. Wow, that was easier than I thought. Huh? But I wanted to talk to you a little more, Justy. Overruled. The way she like gave him a nice bow, I thought she was gonna be nice about that. She's like, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Your cold demeanor leaves me memorized all the more. This other suspect is a pharmacist by the name of Delicia Scones. It would have been difficult for this artist to obtain the Pallium from Megatoxin X. But a pharmacist may have knowledge of how to do that. I did say that before. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. Sebastian, it would be best if we brought her in quickly. Best if we brought her in quickly. Heh heh heh, sounds good, leave it to me. Hey, Flatfoot, keep up the investigation. I got it. Man, don't insult my gummy. Don't tell me Judge Courtney suspected her from the very beginning. So, Mr. DeBest's logic wasn't any help at all? Judge Courtney, just what is she thinking? To be continued. Awesome. All right, well, end of part 1. Beginning part 2 here. Well, let's go into it. April 2nd, 12:05 p.m. Zodiac Art Gallery, Autumn Palace. She said it would only be a 10-minute recess. They sure are taking an awfully long time. Sorry to keep you waiting. Prosecutor DeBest presents Miss Delicia Scones. Yeah, see? You called, so here I am. It is I, Delicia Scones, the pharmacist who makes the delicious drugs, who also for some reason has not aged at all in like 18 years. Well, I mean, you gotta be thinking that, right? I mean, when you got Gustavi over here, who looks like an old samurai now. And you have Catherine, who's all grown up. I mean, it is weird that she hasn't changed at all. But you could call me Miss Delicious. And you could call me Mr. The Bestest. Oh my god. Please no. Oi! It's nice to meet you, bestie. They've gone straight to nicknames, oh dear lord. Huh? Well, that boy, he reminds me of someone. Hey, this is Miles Edgeworth. He's Gregory's son. Yeah, see, it's nice to meet you, Miley. Could you please not call me Miley? Yeah, fat chance on that one, Miles. It's not gonna work. Ha ha ha. Mini Greggy's boy. I guess it's a sign that I'm getting old. How old is this woman? Sebastian, isn't there something you'd like to ask Miss Pharmacist? Oh, right, yeah. Miss Delicia, yes, could you please tell us the reason why you came to this gallery? Yeah, see, I came to see the curator, Miss Katie. I've been friends with her for 18 years, so I visit her quite often. Is it true, Miss Pharmacist, that you also assisted in the treatment of Mr. Gustavia? Well, I guess you could say that, although I only made the antidote for the doctor. Wow, you made the antidote on the spot? Yeah, see, as long as I have the right ingredients, I can make any drug easily. The infirmary here is well equipped, you see. Instead of sending him to the hospital in critical condition, we treated him right away. I did all I could do. I mean, the rest, it depends upon his body's ability to recover. Do you know the victim, Miss Delicia? Yes. Ah, yes, see. Although it's been 18 years since I last saw him. I only knew that he'd become a world-famous pastry chef. Is the victim not famous? I heard on the news that he had won a competition for designing desserts. Hey, that reminds me. I do remember him mentioning something about studying design in Zing Fa. Now, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong thing there. I can't help it. My favorite Disney movie is the original Mulan. Well, that and Aladdin, they're kind of tied in my book, but they're both amazing. Miss Pharmacist, are you familiar with the drug Megatoxin X? Yes, see, it's a drug that's used to kill those things. It's mega effective. Those things? Because the effects are so potent, it's not available for the general public. What are those things you're referring to? It's a drug for vanquishing the creatures that strike fear into the heart of a lady. What does that mean? The ones that often infest kitchens and the like. I think I know what she's talking about. So, Miss Pharmacist, may I ask you one more thing? What the heck is she talking about? Do you know what happens when you mix normalium with betalium? Yes, see, I know. It's even written on the warning label for Megatoxin X, hazardous when mixed. When the two drugs are mixed together, a chemical reaction occurs and a gas is released. Inhaling a large amount of this gas can cause breathing difficulties and even death. From the amount of poison gas Gusti breathed in, I think there was probably at least 500 milliliters of each chemical in the gas. As expected of a pharmacist, she's very well informed. Normalium is an adhesive liquid that becomes hot as soon as the heat is applied. It also has a vague color and a nifty fragrance. Due to its low cost, it's used everywhere. But betalium, it's a white, watery liquid. Well, that's enough for now. As expected of a pharmacist, you're very knowledgeable. But yeah, see, of course I am. Megatoxin X is one of the chemicals that the company I work for produces. Oh no. Do you know that you're digging yourself into a hole here, Delicia? But not just anyone has access to it. So potent as a poison that couldn't be sold to the public after all. Thank you. I think that's all I need to hear. Does Judge Courtney suspect her? What is she hiding behind that smile? Uh-oh, Flatfoot, have you made progress in the investigation or something? Well, yeah, let me tell you. Is Larry drawing us right now? Because that's kind of creepy if he is. Anyway. Well, the glass cases that contain the sculptures can be opened by mechanism in the lid. What strange cases? The temperature in the cases can be lowered down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. The inside of the Pisces case is set to 27 degrees Fahrenheit. So my hand nearly got sucked to the ice. Good thing it didn't, so then... From the lid of the Pisces case, we detected slight traces of normalium. Not bad. Huh? If the normalium was in the glass case at a temperature of 27 degrees Fahrenheit, then it would have been frozen to the lid. Really? So what happened? Mr. The Best, why don't we try borrowing the power of Kay's little thief? I think the circumstances will be easier to understand if we use our Mr. Thief. So you really want to help me out that much? Fine. I'm not really sure how this all works, but you get on with it. I hate being bossed around by this guy, but to arrive at the truth, I'll do it. Of course you gotta cause problems. Stop acting as you please. The goddess of law has no need of your power. This reminds me of the Emperor. You have no power here, Jedi. Hey, don't be such a stick in the mud, Courtney Pie. We have approval of the Prosecutor in charge. So what's the problem? Yeah, what is the problem? Could it be there's something the PIC doesn't want us to find out? That's none of your concern. If you insist on participating in the investigation, then let me check if you're qualified by asking you a question. What is she planning? Who set off the poison gas? If you can answer me that, I'll allow you to work with us. Will they, Miles? The person who opened the Pisces case and set off the gas. When you think about circumstances, there's only one other person it could have been. Yes, considering the circumstances, it's clear who it was. So please, give me your answer. Who set out the poison gas? Oh, it was really nice time to refill my HP bar. I don't remember seeing that. Okay. Think about this logically, FlightlessBird. You're in a locked room. There's only one person in the locked room. Therefore, the one person in the locked room is the only one who could set off the poison gas. Right? There was no one in the Autumn Palace other than the victim, Dame Gustavia. It's hard to believe it could have been anyone but him. It seems that way. Very well, I'll allow you to participate this time. However, if I feel you are a hindrance, I will ask you to leave. Understood. But what I don't understand is why the victim opened the case. Yeah. Good question. Very good question. I don't know either. Looks like the game just froze again. It's been freezing a lot today. It's like the 5th time after the other day where it doesn't work at all. I mean, where it like hardly froze at all. So, Mr. Edgeworth, what shall I recreate? Everything. Based on the information we've gathered so far, let's recreate the scene before the gas. Got it. Ooh, what? Don't scare me like that. So, this is the true power of Sir Thief. It's a little thief to you. Actually, it's Sir Little Thief to you. Let's investigate the Pisces sculpture post-haste. There's frozen normalium on the lid of the Pisces sculpture's glass case. It's frozen so thick you can't even open the lid. On the actual glass case, the lid was heavily cracked. It was like someone had it out for the Pisces sculpture, sir. Do you have any idea how it can be cracked like this? Well, the damage didn't seem to have come from the outside of the glass case, sir. I see. So the inside of the case was below freezing point and the gas had developed cracks. There are no signs of external damage. From this, we can deduce.
Hello, freezing? It's like Mr. Edgeworth's cold stare.
And it cracked? Like Mr. Edgeworth's furrowed brow? Thermal fracturing. The cold glass case was heated from the outside, causing it to crack.
But why did thermal fracturing occur here? And what caused it?
Inside the thermally fractured glass case, there was frozen normalium.
Oh? Well, that face means you probably thought of something, Miles.
Indeed, I have. I know how Mr. Gustavia was able to open the glass case. What? How could he possibly know something I don't? I'd say the things he does know are in the minority. Hey, aren't you going to let me know? How did... This is the best, sorry. How did Ding Gustavia open the glass case? Good question. The gas burner? I mean, I would assume he climbed up on the ladder, but... This gas burner that was found in the Autumn Palace shows signs of recent use. I believe this was a cause of the thermal fracturing in the Pisces sculpture's glass case. A gas burner? Why would he use something like that? I got it. The lid was supposed to shut, so he had to use a burner to melt the ice. Indeed, that is correct. I just had a late start. I'm still the best, you know? Late start? You didn't even understand a single thing, did you? Well, that's just because Mr. Edgeworth's explanation was too hard to follow. You know, I kind of feel bad for the best in a way because he does seem to have a good heart. He does seem to want to learn. He does seem to want to be a prosecutor. But I feel like he's being used by Courtney. Like, rather than him actually learn the things he needs to learn, Courtney is always there, like, hanging over his shoulder and making it so that everything just naturally works out with him never having to do any of the things that would allow him to develop into a better person. I mean, the kid's only 17, right? Yeah. In reality, his logic is often absurd. I mean, he's 17. He's very confident. But he's been told he's the best by, like, Justine so much that he firmly believes it. And if he just mentored under a different person, I think he could probably become a very good prosecutor. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to see the good in him. Kay, why don't you update Little Thief so that he can understand it? If you say so. Right, let's restart the recreation. I know there's gonna be someone who says, FlightlessBird. It would be horrible no matter what world you lived in. Maybe, but I don't know. I would like to see the good in everyone if I can. Except for the people who murdered people, in which case, no. The victim, Dane Gustavia, was the only one to enter the Autumn Palace. If he used the gas burner, then the normalium in the glass case would have melted. And then it caused everything to... The melted normalium would have come into contact with the fatalium inside the case. And produce a poison gas. Wow, look at that thing. The moment Mr. Gustavia opened the lid, he would have begun to inhale the gas. He managed to drag himself out to the fountain patio just before the strength ran out. So what was he trying to do? Was he trying to steal something or sabotage something, or like what was his end goal? So he inhaled the gas when he opened the lid. It seems he finally understands.
But why didn't Mr. Gusavi open the glass case of the Pisces sculpture?
The victim's goal. That I do not know yet. Yeah, I just said the same thing like 2 seconds ago.
Well, perhaps he had the same reason as Uncle Ray. Maybe he actually came to see the Winter Palace, not the autumn one. Uncle Ray also thought that this was the Winter Palace at first.
Oi! You too, Ray Ray? I actually thought I so too. It just looks like Icy's room from 18 years ago. It's even got the exact same pants in front of the door. It seems everyone involved with the IS-7 incident made the same mistake. It is imperative that we investigate the real Winter Palace immediately. I should suggest that to Mr. DeBest. And who would have the power to switch palaces? Who would have the power to switch palaces? Well, she would. She owns a museum, right? I get it now. Yeah, that's how it was. Did you think of something? Did it hurt when you did? Considering it's the first time it's probably ever happened. The victim committed suicide. He thought he would look refined and died in an art gallery. Oh, the dogs. Have you even been listening? Well, if you're as smart as me, just hearing half of the story will be enough. Okay. The best. There's so many wrong things with what you just said. And if this was me, this is what I would say in this situation. If he wanted to kill himself, why would he run out of the room? But maybe he had second thoughts. And, basically left. But again, I'm just not buying that. Sebastian, I'll explain it from the top later. Top up? That means best, right? Alright, I'll leave it to you. Yes, it would indeed be best to let Judge Courtney handle him. That aside, don't you have some information to inform everyone of? I totally forgot. What are you talking about? Heh. We did a little checking on that pharmacist. We, me, the best prosecutors, subordinate. That's not something to brag about. Just shut up, you. Quiet down and listen. You know, don't talk to her that way. Because, Kay, I give you full permission to kick this little twerp's butt. Don't disrespect Kay. Suicide is, off the table for now, yeah. That's because, in short, that pharmacist is the culprit. She set up the gas as a trap. Eep! No! Well, at least he's thinking more intelligently here. Again, I could buy this. Yeah, I totally could buy this. She set up the trap. She easily could have had access to the chemicals. And it's very possible. But again, you know who else could have set up the trap? How about the person who owns the place that has all these chemicals that could have easily done this? Just saying. How could one in the profession of saving lives stoop to extinguish them? Huh? What are you saying? I would never do such a thing. Mr. DeBest, you have a basis for these accusations, or are you just saying whatever pops into your mind as always? Of course, this is my basis. Her pharmacist's license. It would permit her to handle Megatoxin X, right? And its active ingredient, fatalium, was one of the components of the poison gas. Exactly. That chemical is almost impossible for ordinary people to obtain. But that pharmacist is another story altogether. Hey, it wasn't me. You got it all wrong. And that's not all. A bottle of Megatoxin X was found in the victim's pocket. And on the bottle, we found your clear fingerprints. Yours. Oh, really? Oh. Oh, well, that's new evidence I didn't know before. Eep. You and the curator took the victim to the infirmary, right? That would have given you the perfect opportunity to plant the bottle on him. That's... And again, who had the opportunity to plant the bottle on him that wasn't Delicia? Katrin Hall. I hate going back to this, but I think I'm onto something. Oh, the dots. You are the only pharmacist on the premises that could have handled Megatoxin X. And this is the main problem too. If you're a criminal, you don't care about the law. So if you're a criminal, you could have obtained this drug and not cared if you were licensed or not. So this line of logic, I always hated this line of logic because, you know, the fact that she is licensed means she has access to it, but it doesn't mean that she actually used it in a negative, threatening way. Furthermore, as for the curator of this art gallery, you're an acquaintance of hers. Who would have had access to the gallery at any time in order to prepare the poison gas trap? But please wait! The Megatoxin X! It was stolen! Trying to lie your way out of this will go well with me. It's true! Look! I got the proof right here in my bag! What is she searching for? Not this. Not this! Not this either! I remember seeing cloth like that recently. Yes, indeed. Ah, here! Please take a look at this! It's some sort of paper. What's it say? April 1st. Theft report accepted. Stolen item, Megatoxin X. This is a theft report. Accepted certificate. Stuff like that exist? What? I mean, I guess if you work in a pharmacy and you had drugs stolen, you would have to report that the drug was stolen, right? Yeah, see, truth is, 1 week ago, my Megatoxin X was stolen. 1 week ago? Well, that means you didn't have it with you today. Yeah, see, that bottle I just found is probably the one that was stolen from me. I normally carry that bottle of Megatoxin X in my bag at all times, even though I often forget to keep it locked up. I would never even think about mixing it with normalium. But why in the world would you carry such a dangerous substance on your person? Well, you never know when those things will appear. I mean, those creatures that infest the kitchen. Strike a fear into the heart of a lady, right? Are you talking about cockroaches? Because if so, those strike fear into me. You don't need to be a lady, okay? Just saying. Although if you had a rolled up newspaper, you could just squish it with one blow. Justine, what do we do now? Well then, can we really accept this theft report? Let's ask for confirmation. That should clearly tell us whether or not she's lying. Right, well then I'll just call and confirm it. It looks like Miss Delicious isn't the culprit. Indeed. She really did set up the poison gas as a trap. I don't believe she would do it the way that incriminates her the most. Hey, so Miles, who do you think is the culprit? Predicting the actions of the victim would require a fair amount of advanced planning. And there's only one person here capable of that. Huh? Uncle Ray would like to know too. Who do you suspect? Oh dear lord. So all this time I've been suspecting one person. And what does the game do? The game calls this person out front and center, which then either is gonna A, make me heavily doubt myself, or B, make me heavily doubt myself. Because there is no B. Whenever the game is like, oh, I know what you're thinking, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say exactly what you're thinking. That way you wouldn't know what to think. Because we'll have been able to accuse every single person in the crime scene. And you're not gonna know which one is a criminal because we've highlighted every single person as being a possible killer. And I think that's brilliant game design. It's also really annoying game. It had to be the curator of the Zodiac Art Gallery, Miss Catherine Hall. I don't know why I couldn't read that first sentence, but anyway. However, I still don't have any evidence that she is a criminal yet.
I see. She is a...
The way you said that just now, it sounded like you had been expecting it.
Good job, Miles. As expected from Uncle Veve's future apprentice.
I have no intention of becoming your apprentice.
And I will now announce the results of my verification. And I can confirm that her theft report was indeed accepted. Therefore, it's a little too early to come to a decision.
That means your logic was completely faulty.
You're wrong. My real performance is still yet to come.
Really? And how do you plan to proceed with your investigation?
That's... First, we need to speak with the curator.
And after that?
Ugh, we will cross the bridge when we come to it. Sebastian. Mr. Gustavia may have had business in the Winter Palace. I believe we should send an investigator there as well. Uh-oh, well that's good too. Detective Gumshoe, investigate the Winter Palace at once. I got it, sir. Justine, let's go talk to the curator.
Yes, let us proceed. We should go and listen to what Miss Hall has to say as well. Ooh. Yeah, like I said, the game has to do this to me. April 2nd, 1:35 p.m. Zodiac Art Gallery, patio.
All right, I want you guys to listen to what the courier has to say. Mr. DeBest, weren't you going to go talk to yourself? Nah, that's a job for my subordinates. Does he do anything? All I had to do is wait for the report. I am the best prosecutor after all.
Such arrogance. Exactly, you gotta do some work on your own, dude.
Well, this is anticlimactic. I'm gonna go chill for a bit. Huh? What's that in the fountain? Ah!
What? Oh my god! No. That looks almost like Dover. But it can't. Dover died. Wah!
There's a dead body in the fountain.
What is the meaning of this?
Ah!
Yeah, what is the meaning of this? That is like, why is there a body in the fountain?
Silence, everyone! Forensics! Identify this body at once!
That is terrible, pal!
Please be quiet, detective.
And ice sculptures in the Winter Palace! He doesn't even know there's a dead body. Wait, what? They've all melted, pal!
What's going on in this case?
What?
What?
What? What?
What is going on in this case?
What's going on here?
There are 2 victims now?
This is all just like 18 years ago. Once again, the ice sculptures melted.
Again? And everyone related to the incident 18 years ago is gathered here now. Ah, it's no more coincidence. Don't you think so, Miles?
Yes. The key to finding the truth of this case lies in the IS-7 incident. This is what I believe.
That's right. Uncle Ray thinks so too. Ah, looks like it's time once again for Uncle Ray to tell you about the IS-7 incident.
To be continued again? Didn't we just have it to be continued earlier? Are we gonna shift perspectives back to the past? Is that why this happened? So weird to have two in one episode though. Yep, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
The IS-7 incident 18 years ago? Gregory Edgeworth's last case. Isaac Dover was murdered at the venue of a dessert contest.
I thought his name was Dover.
And his body was discovered in the chocolate treasure chest made by Jeff Master. The victim died from blood loss after being struck in the head with a Vox salt lamp. The murder weapon was found inside Delicia's Candy Castle.
How pretty is this music, by the way? It's beautiful. Yeah, it's so pretty.
Then in the victim's room, where no one had searched yet, all of Dover's sherbet sculptures had melted.
18 years ago. December 24, 9:05 p.m. Contest venue, patio. The sculptures in Mr. Dover's room have melted. Due to that, Prosecutor Von Karma immediately drove us away from the scene.
How are we gonna investigate now? And what's with that defense attorney's out? Von Karma's methods are deplorable.
Well, investigating the crime scene is supposed to be the police's job, after all.
But you gotta admit, Von Karma's methods are way out of line. Defense attorneys and the police should work together to discover the truth.
Raymond, you must realize that not everyone shares the same values as us, or views as us too. Should one expose the truth for the sake of justice, or simply accept things as they appear? Everyone has their own view on what is right and what is wrong.
Even if that means convicting an innocent man?
Both ourselves and the police are only human, and as humans, we all make mistakes. It is for this reason that we defense attorneys exist, so that those who are alone and helpless can have an ally on their side.
An ally on the side?
If we cannot investigate, shouldn't we just find some other way to help?
Huh? I'm sorry, Miss Edgeworth. I still have much to learn.
You're still young, so you'll have many opportunities to learn. Compare that with the best. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, okay, I have a lot to learn, you know, I'm willing to learn. And the best is like, oh, I have other people do things for me. Wow! Earlier I said, you know, maybe it's not Tebest's fault that he is the way he is. And then I basically said, no, that's exactly how he is. I'm doing a lot of flip-flopping on this case on various issues. Oh, boy.
All right, I'll do my best.
Monsieur Edgeworth, Monsieur Shields, would you like to take a brief respite? I know it's not much, but please, eat these.
Wow, thank you.
Chocolates added to the court record. Mr. Master's favorite food, homemade by Miss Hall. Very sweet, but also misshapen. Let's eat. I appreciate getting some sugar into my system, but these are a little too sweet. And it's a little misshapen too. I'm terribly sorry. Does it not suit your taste?
Well, not at all. It's deliciously sweet, just like you. You want a hug?
Thank you very much. But make it sweet isn't really my fault.
Huh? You mean the chocolate cake?
Yes, I did say fort. And the reason I said fort is because in high school, I had an English teacher who got really mad if you said the word forte in his class. Seriously, no joke. If you said the word forte in his class, he would go on a rant about, oh, that's Hollywood corrupting the English language, and there is no word such as forte. And the only reason it exists in the Webster's dictionary, or the dictionary, is because Hollywood used it so often they decided to put it in the dictionary because of how it was used. But there is no word such as forte, it's fort. So I've grown up saying the word fort because I had an English teacher who basically went on rants all the time if you said forte. So just to let you know. And Mr. English teacher from 12th grade, if you're watching and you recognize this rant, I don't know if I should say thank you for making that in my head because I sound weird whenever I say fort because most people say forte. But anyway, I remembered. That's the point. I remembered.
Huh? You made this chocolate cake? Yes, chocolate is Monsieur Master's favorite food.
It's also mine. Hey, we have something in common.
Preparing his favorite food is also part of my job. But I'm still not that good at it, so I need him to instruct me.
I envy Master Jeff. He gets to eat Kate's handmade sweets whenever he wants.
Huh? Did you say something?
Ah! No, it's nothing.
This is so sweet, in more ways than one. Miss Hall, you seem very dedicated to your work.
Without my work, I wouldn't even have the right to be here.
Ah, what do you mean?
When I was but a child, I was abandoned. Monsieur Master took me in.
Huh?
One snowy Christmas Eve, I was left on the doorstep of his mansion. I owe Monsieur Master my life. He became like a father to me. And so, to repay his kindness, I want to continue working for him.
Wow, FlightlessBird, how do you feel now for thinking that she's a criminal? Because basically, if she is a criminal, it's almost equivalent to patricide. Granted, she's not killing her father, but sending him away to prison for the rest of his life is kind of like killing him, right?
Kate, you're incredible.
I've lived a long life, yet that brought tears even to my eyes. And here I am good. I feel so bad. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. No, I'm not sorry. No, I am. I'm so conflicted right now.
Today, Christmas Eve has finally arrived once more. But it looks like I won't be able to give him the present I prepared. I would do anything if it meant saving Monsieur Master.
Wow. I don't...
If there's any way I could be of service to you, please ask.
Yes, I appreciate that. Well then, do you happen to know anything about the victim, Isaac Dover?
I don't really know much about Monsieur Dover, but I have a photo of the desserts he made for contest finals.
This is certainly a splendid piece of work.
Yes, with its exquisite beauty, it's truly a work of art. It's crafted so intricately that you must forget it's made out of sherbet. It seems Monsieur Master was also fond of Monsieur Dover's work as well.
Wow. These are the Taurus, Gemini, and constellations.
Do you know a lot about constellations, Raymond?
Well, of course. I mean, there's so much romance in the constellations. For example, take the club, the lyre, and arrow held by Gemini here. I mean, these come from... There are no strings on this lyre. Did Mr. Dover make a mistake in his sculpting?
Or maybe just don't have anything to use for strings.
It's hard to think you would make a mistake like that.
Huh? I thought you said you didn't know that much about him.
I just sort of felt that way somehow.
Well, that's suspicious. It appears she is hiding something from us. Miss Hall, did you take his photograph yourself?
Yes, I took it with this instant camera. It develops pictures instantly. It's one of my greatest treasures.
Wow, I would love to see it in action.
Well then, why don't we take a picture right now?
Yeah, let's have a picture taken, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sure, I don't mind. I'm confident in my hairstyle today. Plus, I'm wearing a very nice hat.
Alright, I'm taking the picture. Say cheese.
Oh, I didn't see the picture.
Here, it's developed. A present from me to you, my Zero Shields.
Wow, thank you so much. Well, that's such a great camera.
It's the only camera in this mansion.
Wait, didn't he have this camera? Or did she take... Who took the pictures earlier? I forget.
Unfortunately, its convenience comes at a cost. There are no negatives.
No negatives, huh? Is this the same camera Mr. Master used during the contest?
Yes, you were well informed. While he made his desserts, Monsieur Master photographed his work. And after that, he took photos of all the other competitors' works.
Was he taking photos at the time the body was found? The body was discovered during the judging, was it not?
Monsieur Master intended to take photos of everyone's rooms, but after he photographed Gustavia's room, he ran out of film. Monsieur Master asked me to change the film in his camera. It seemed that the film he prepared in advance wasn't enough.
There wasn't enough film?
It seems the number of photos he took didn't match up with the amount of film remaining. Well, he told me himself it might have been just a mistake, though.
Was it really just a mistake?
I retrieved more film from the main building and went back to the fountain patio. And it was then that I heard the sound of something breaking in Monsieur Master's room. Monsieur Master, are you in here? Eek! And that's when I found Monsieur Dover's body in the Monsieur Master's room. It was so terrible. I was really shaken up. Before I spoke to anyone else, I called the police. This camera, I kept it with me ever since.
I see. If it's alright with you, would you mind lending me your camera in that photo?
Sure, I don't mind at all. Here you go.
Thank you very much. Instant camera added to the court record. Develops photos instantly, has a capacity for 20 photos, but there's only film for 3 more. Dober's Sherbet Salon. Photo of Dober's room taken by Kate. Touch check button for details.
Detective Bad, Miss Delicious. Is the investigation over already?
Alright, well, this is a good stopping point, my friend. But before you go, I want to invite you all to come join me at our brand new Discord server. Although if you watch this from a year from now, it's probably not new, but it's still the same server, hopefully going a year on. But yeah, to celebrate 1,000 subs, link is in the description below, but I should probably also have it like out of the, on the top of my screen here right now. And I hope to see you there. Please don't stop commenting on the videos, of course. It is because of that and dropping likes on the videos and watching videos that I'm able to get this channel out to more people. Come join us over there, and it should be a lot of fun. You can also follow me on Twitter. Link is in the description below for that as well. And I love you all so very much. I can't thank you enough for everything that you all have provided in my life. As I said just recently in my Undertale video earlier today, I just want to say thank you for making even this flightless bird able to fly. Because without you, I am grounded. But with you, I could soar through the skies. And so I love you so very much. Thank you for everything. And I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic day. And until next time, so long and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.